So in this video, I'll teach you how to get liquid nitrogen for your tanks. And also, the video I made, I woke up super early in the morning, and so I wasn't, you'll see in the video, but I woke up super early in the morning to go get some nitrogen. And when I was talking in the video, it was a little quiet and stuff, so just be advised that I was making this instructional video super early in the morning when I had other people in the house trying to sleep. So but anyways, there's two ways you can get liquid nitrogen, and you can go and like maybe you're like your feed store. If you can ask for like an AI rep from Select Sires or ABS or whoever you've got, so you can get in contact with those through like your local feed store, or you can just search them on the internet. And second way you can do it, and then they might be able to bring the nitrogen to your house and fill your tank up that way. The second way you can do it is you can Google welding stores, and you might have to call up and see if they sell liquid nitrogen, and you can go get liquid nitrogen from a welding store. That's probably a little bit cheaper, but you do have to spend your time driving to the welding store. So the two ways is you can get an AI rep to bring your nitrogen to you, or you can go get it yourself. But in this is a instructional video, so I like to teach people how to do things on their own. So if you don't, then the thing about that is you don't want to be dependent upon someone else bringing you your nitrogen, and then your tank getting low, and all of your everything you keep in it is not good anymore. So like in my tank, I got about 250 straws of different bowls, and I got a bunch of embryos. Embryos are where you take the bull and the cow and its genetics, and you take the embryo and you can put them into any old regular cow. So I got embryos and I got tons of straws in my tank. So in the video, I actually go to a welding store and I get the nitrogen myself. Another thing you can do is, if you get like a reliable rep, you can probably get onto a schedule and have them come by so like a liquid nitrogen tank is probably going to last about 4 months is what the book says, at least for what my tank is. I have like an MVE-20, and I've asked all my friends and neighbors, and they say that those are the best, the MVE-20s, and they hold nitrogen for about 4 months is what the book says. But then the more you check it, the more you open it up, the more you open up your tank, the longer it doesn't last. And also, I keep my tank in the house. I keep my tank in the house because it's supposed to make it last longer. If you're keeping it outside in the heat, it's probably going to not last as long. So yeah, that's why I was filming in the house that one morning, is because I keep my tank in the house. So, and also another important thing is when you check to measure, how you measure it. That's another thing I could talk about in this video, is how you measure how much you have. I have like a measuring stick. I drop it down in the tank, pull it out, and then wave it off, and then it shows you how much is left. So I've heard that, well, you can have about 2 or 3. You can have very little. You can have about that much left, that much nitrogen left in your tank. You have like 2 or 3 on whatever your measuring stick says. You can have a little bit, and it still keeps the top, keeps it cold all the way up to the top. You can see that frost line. So, and you can see the frost line cover up to the top. That's where everything below the frost line will stay frozen. So there you go. There's some tips on how to fill up your tank and how to measure your tank, and maybe a little product review for MVE-20's nitrogen tanks. So I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so in this video I'm going to show y'all how to measure how much nitrogen is in this tank, and also how to fill it up. So first thing you do to measure this is that you open the top, okay, and then there is, let's see, so you got a measuring stick. You put the measuring stick down in here. Alright, and then take this out, wave it down, and got up to right there, comes up to the 7. So out of this whole thing, it is pretty low, so it could use a refill. But then there's also, you see how low it is, but then you look down in here and there's a frost line. So anything below that, you know it's frozen. So, all right, let's get it filled up. So one way to haul these, you can just put them inside your car or whatever and run the seat belt through the big handle right here, and then all the way to the buckle. Also, be advised when hauling liquid nitrogen is a hazardous material, so be careful out there. Got it filled up and it's nice and frosty.